All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. If you cannot raise your children, if you cannot be patient with them, then you need not raise them. Someone else needs to do that. Do you understand? All right, thank you. All right, the court is calling 2022 CR
with quiet
7879, State of Texas versus Linnea Ray.
If you cannot raise your children, someone else needs to. A heavy statement, one that instantly sets the tone. This isn't just another case. It's about responsibility, patience, and a parent who may have crossed the line. What do you think? Is losing patience ever an excuse when it comes to parenting?
Parties approach and announce for the record.
Catherine Pollard for the state.
And are you Linnea Ray?
Yes.
Welcome back, guys. Today we're diving into a gripping courtroom case with Judge Boyd, where a mother faces serious charges for injuring her 5-year-old daughter. You'll hear the raw emotion as Judge Boyd delivers a powerful message about parenting and responsibility, questioning the defendant's action in a public outburst that left everyone stunned. Stick around to see how this intense case unfolds, but we'll keep you guessing about the final outcome.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. You understand you're charged with the offense of injury to a child as a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able?
The court calls State of Texas versus Lana Ray. The mother steps forward, quiet but visibly nervous. The charges? Injury to a child, a serious third-degree felony. As the judge lists possible prison time and fines, you can almost feel the weight of each word landing on Lana's shoulders. Judge Boyd reminds her of the evidence, and for a moment, the courtroom falls silent. Everyone knows this isn't going to end lightly.
Able to provide you with any defense? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and we'll go off the record. Excuse me. Why are you at the door? Either you're in or you're out. All right. The court will review states exhibits 1 and attachments for sufficiency. All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge. Wait, please, sir.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
First, I would note that she has completed the anger management within the jail. She get her certificate next week, and there is a CPS plan. No, excuse me.
Yes.
And there is a CPS plan in effect. We can find it.
All right. How old is this child?
My daughter just turned 5 this year.
All right. So why would you be hitting your child because she doesn't want to eat?
I'm lost control.
But you said in the police report I'm reading, you said that you didn't want her anymore. So I don't understand this.
Then the judge asks the most painful question. Why would you hit your child because she didn't want to eat? Lana whispers, I lost control. But Judge Boyd isn't satisfied. She reads from the police report. Lana says she didn't want her anymore. The emotion in the room changes instantly. Shock, disbelief, heartbreak. How could a mother say that about her 5-year-old? What would you feel if you were sitting in that courtroom?
I don't understand someone repeatedly slapping a 5-year-old for not eating. So what do you think that did to her day? I'm sorry? I mean, what did that do to her day? So she's at a restaurant, probably a restaurant that she did not choose to go to. And you're slapping her, according to you, because she won't eat food. And then you're pushing the stroller. I'm assuming you're pushing it angrily because then the people at the restaurant said you told her and told everybody you didn't want her anymore.
Your Honor, if I may, this event occurred in the dining area of the Havens for Hope.
Yeah.
It's not in it.
Well, that's even worse. Because one, you now have a child who's staying at Haven for Hope. And I don't think she bought into, hey, let me be born to this mother where I'm placed at Haven for Hope. So where is the child now?
As the judge presses further, we learn this happened in a public dining area, Haven for Hope. That detail stuns the room. Not only was the act violent, but it happened in front of strangers. Judge Boyd's disappointment is palpable. She didn't ask to be born to this life, the judge reminds her. This is no longer about punishment. It's about a child's right to love, safety, and dignity. The atmosphere turns somber.
My son's grandparents.
And you say your son's grandparents. I mean, how are they related to her?
They're not.
So now she's with people she doesn't even know, who doesn't really have, well, they really don't have a biological connection to her.
They know her. They spend time with her.
Yeah. And you don't know how they're treating her, though?
No, they take care of all of my children.
Because you're not?
No, because they love them as their grandchildren. Even my two that aren't biologically related.
And what is Child Protective Services doing?
I agreed to allow her to stay there till I successfully complete my program.
Yeah, I'm not going to order. I know outside the agreement, it's no harm for injurious contact, but I'm not going to allow you to have contact with her until you go through some type of therapy. It takes a lot for a parent to have birthed a child in the world, right? Or either for a father to have a child to, in public, in front of everybody, hit that child several times and then say, you don't want them anymore. I can't even imagine how she feels with you telling her that. Do you know what that did to her confidence? And do you know how that made her feel? Because on the planet, everybody is hoping that their mom or their dad loves them more than everybody else.
The judge asks where the little girl is now. Lana says she's living with her son's grandparents, people who aren't even biologically related to her. That revelation hits hard. The judge points out the obvious. You don't even know how they're treating her. We start to see the real tragedy. This child has been passed around, separated from her mother, surrounded by strangers, and left to wonder what she did wrong. Heartbreak. How must that little girl feel, hearing her mom say she didn't want her?
Everybody is hoping that as a child, you can always run to your mom for protection. And instead of doing that, you hit her in front of everybody. And guess what? Do you know what embarrassment that probably caused her? And what it caused her because she realizes that maybe her mom don't love her. And then you're saying you don't want her anymore. And I'm not trying to be mean to you, but you need to realize what you did and how that affected her. Because now her confidence is probably less than zero. Now she probably thinks her mom doesn't love her. And the embarrassment of it all in front of everybody. And I'm sure there were other children probably there too. And who knows what they probably said to her afterwards, maybe, ha ha, your mom doesn't love you. So she's already dealing with the fact that she doesn't have a mom who can have her in a home or an apartment, but has her at Haven for Hope. And she's dealing with all of that. And who knows what she's dealing with at school, because children can be cruel. And people say children are cruel because they don't know any better. It's because their parents don't teach them any better. So she's at school, and I'm sure they probably know she's staying at Haven for Hope. And then she has all of this other stuff that she's dealing with. And she doesn't have her own little private space where she can go and just decompress. Instead, she's having to deal with you, and you're putting your adult problems on her. I am not going to allow her to have contact with this child until she goes through some kind of therapy, and the child goes through therapy to see, does she want to be with mom? Does she trust mom?
Then comes Judge Boyd's most emotional speech yet. She talks about what every child deserves, a parent who loves them more than anyone else, someone they can run to when the world feels cold. Instead, this little girl faced humiliation in public. The judge's words cut deep. Now her confidence is probably less than zero. You can sense that she isn't just talking to Lana, she's talking to every parent watching.
To take care of her and not injure her. So that's what I'm doing. So knowing that, do you all still want to continue with the agreement? All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with minors. There's to be no contact with Sky Ray. And counsel, you can approach after she's completed therapy and after the child has had some therapy, you can always approach and ask me to lift the no contact order. But for now, there's to be no contact.
Understand?
There's 150 hours of community service restitution. There's to be parenting classes with Triple T. Of course, this Child Protective Services is giving her parenting classes. The court will accept that. I don't want any overlapping of services. So why are you at Haven for Hope?
Your Honor, if I may, one question.
Yes.
Parenting classes may involve some supervised visitation between her and the child. But
She will have to approach the court. And when you approach the court on that, the CPS worker needs to be here and also the child's attorney.
Understand.
All right. So why were you at Haven for Hope?
I lived in my apartment for 7 years. The caseworker that had my file, she quit. So everybody that was on her desk got delayed. So my two options was to renew my lease for a couple of months and then have a broken lease once my new voucher came in.
The sentencing follows. 4 years in prison, suspended and probated for 6. No contact with minors. No contact with her daughter until therapy is completed for both. Parenting and anger management classes are ordered. It's a measured but firm decision, one that prioritizes the child's healing over the mother's freedom. Do you think this ruling was too harsh or completely justified?
I needed to wait 30 days until my new voucher came in. I already did all the paperwork, everything was done. I was just staying at Haven for Hope until my voucher kicked in. I found an apartment within the first week. It was a brand new apartment, a 2-bedroom. I was just waiting for my voucher to come in.
All right. So why are you not working?
I get SSI,
For what?
mental health.
I'm going to want field visits probation. Sorry, it's going to be 4 times per month, and they need to go into the home and make sure that there are no minors in the home. Oh, I'm sorry, anger management classes. And make sure that's intensive. And she's going to have to do anger management classes other than what she's been given at the jail. Probation, is there anything else she needs? All right. Ms. Ray, is there anything else you need from the court? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? And also, because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record.
As the proceedings wrap up, we see glimpses of Lana's struggles, homelessness, mental health issues, and unemployment. Judge Boyd listens but doesn't waver. She orders strict probation visits and intensive anger management, determined to break the cycle that brought them here. Her message is clear. Excuses won't protect a child. Only actions will.
Judge Boyd ends with the same words she began with. If you cannot raise your children, someone else needs to. A chilling but truthful reminder that parenting is not a privilege, it's a responsibility. So, what do you think? Should Lana Ray be given another chance to rebuild her bond with her daughter? Or was the judge right to keep them apart until trust can be rebuilt? Share your thoughts in the comments. This case raises questions every parent needs to reflect on. And if you found this case as powerful as we did, like, share, and subscribe for more real courtroom stories where justice meets emotion.